Hey, what's up, everyone? This is your boy James. Welcome back to the How to Learn Data Science in Python episode number 11. Today is a continue episode of Advanced SQL. This is a continue episode part two for which is part one is the Advanced SQL in episode number two. And I realized that I haven't finished that advanced sequel for a long, long time. It was like 1 years ago, and today, like one gentleman, Vasil, he DM me said, "Hey, like, are you gonna make a next episode?" I'm thinking, oh, why not? Like, if people start to asking, like, yeah, I better to keep up. And here, like, before I start, I just want to give a shout out to Wasib, Pradeep, and Henry, and thank you guys for support my channels, and your feedback is my best fuel and keep motivate me to making more new episodes. Let's learn data science together. Just yeah, let's just keep going. So today I'm just gonna keep going with the advanced SQL part two. Uh, we again, this is a continuous episode of episode number two. If you haven't watched the episode, the previous one, if you check on this like a progress bar, this is I made like in episode two. So check it out. Okay, let's start it.
Congratulations on completing Chapter 1 on inner joins. Welcome to Chapter 2 on outer joins. You can remember outer joins as reaching out to another table while keeping all of the records of the original table. Inner joins keep only the records in both tables. You'll begin this chapter by exploring 1. Left joins, 2. Right joins, and 3. Full joins, which are the three types of outer joins. Let's begin by exploring how a left join differs from an inner join via a diagram. Recall the inner join diagram from Chapter 1. The only records that were included in the resulting table of the inner join query were those in which the ID field had matching values. In contrast, a left join notes those records in the left table that do not have a match on the key field in the right table. This is denoted in the diagram by the open circles remaining close to the left table for ID values of 2 and 3. These values of 2 and 3 do not appear in the ID field of the right table. You now see the result of the left join query. Whereas the inner join kept just the records corresponding to ID values of 1 and 4, a left join keeps all of the original records in the left table, but then marks the values as missing in the right table for those that don't have a match. The missing values are marked with dark gray boxes here for clarity. Note that the values of 5 and 6 for ID in the right table are not found in the result of left join in any way. It isn't always the case that each key value in the left table corresponds to exactly one record in the key column of the right table. In these examples, we have this layout. Missing entries still occur for IDs of 2 and 3, and the value of R3 is brought into the join from right 2 since it matches on ID 4. Duplicate rows are shown in the left join for ID 1 since it has two matches corresponding to the values of R1 and R2 in the right 2 table. The syntax of the left join is similar to that of the inner join. Let's explore the same code you used before to determine the countries with a prime minister and a president, but let's use a left join instead of an inner join. Further, let's remove continent to save space on the screen. The first 4 records in this table are the same as those from the inner join. The last 6 correspond to the countries that do not have a president, and thus their president values are missing. The right join is much less common than the left join, so we won't spend as much time on it here. The diagram will help you to understand how it works. Instead of matching entries in the ID column on the left table to the ID column of the right table, a right join does the reverse. Therefore, we see open circles on the IDs of 5 and 6 in the right table since they are not found in the left table. The resulting table from the right join shows these missing entries in the lval field. As you can see in SQL, the right table appears after right join, and the left table appears after from. I'll see you again soon to introduce full joins after you complete the next few exercises.
So, guys, before I started, obviously, like this episode is about left join and right join, but I feel like this is kind of quite complicated what he explained, the chest. So, if you Google like left join, right join, and basically like you go to the image, like this one explain like everything. So, if you look at the left join, get the left circle everything, and the right join get right circle everything, and the left if it's not like you join the matching like it's just exclusive. Inner join you get the inner part, and those two let's see what it is. Left join, is that left exclude join and the right exclude join, and both exclude join like this is like outer join. How about this one? I'm sure he's gonna talk about that, but I'm just thinking like so. Left and right joins over here, obviously, and from the left the join table B on A and B Y. Oh, when B value is not, when A value is not, so I think this is called the left exclude join and the right exclude join or something. This is the outer join, I think, and this is like, man, you know what? Like before I mess you up, like let's just keep going. Like I'm sure he's gonna talk about that. So okay, left join. If you explore the difference between the performance in the inner join and the left join, use the cities and the countries table. You will begin to perform an inner join with the cities table on the left and the country table on the right. Remember aliens of the names, the city, and country as a field country. Okay. Fill out complete the inner join. Note how many records are the results during the query table. Okay. Select C. Get the city and C as is that like cities? Code C2. Is that countries? So those are the two tables, right? C1 name, C2 name as man, I haven't done this since I did that like 1 years ago. I'm not quite sure I still remember, but I'm gonna do my best. Okay. From select as I think we need to give aliens. Man, I totally forgot. Okay, let's see. Imagine you had this one as exam or interview and you just don't remember, right? What's the worst things can happen? Like you, let's just figure it out. I mean, like, and the see the answer doesn't matter. Okay. So you will begin to perform an inner join with the city table and left join with the country table on the right. Alien name of the city is the city. Okay. So okay. City left join with the country as a country. Singular on What should I put over here? City and country? Excuse me. Sorry about that. Let's see. C1. C1's here. What they matching? Oh man, like what they have over there? I don't remember. Name? City name. Oh, C1. How about that? C1 name. And C2 name, right? And city and city and country. So those are two tables, and you aliens the plural becomes singular. C1 dot C1 name to C2 dot C2 name, right? This is a name. Name should be the same. Country and city, city and country. Sort by the decreasing D. Man, I forgot this one. Order by code. Always use Google, man. DSCE. Let's see. Not quite sure. Nope. Inner join country as country. Relation country does not exist. So how about country C as wait a second. What did it say? Country does not exist. Did I spell that wrong? Yes, I did. Missing from table C1. C1, C2. So, oh, city and country. So the alien should be city and country, and here should be city, and here should be country. How about that? C1 city does not exist. Okay. Okay, let's look at some hint. Select some name as city name. What? Yeah, I got those two right. What's the code? Like C1 city does not exist. If you're using aliens, recommend alien city as C1, C2. Okay. Yes? Nope. Let's see the answer. I don't know. No, it's not helpful. Okay, solution. C1 name as city, C2 names as country, region, blah, code. C1, yep. Country as C2, right? Yep. C1 city equals C2 city. Country code. You didn't say it's code. Inner join was city table, left join was remember the alien name. How do I know it's code? Change the correct left, do you know? Oh, C1's country code. C2 is code. But how do I know this country code? Is that from a previous episode? Oh, you can actually see that. Man, my bad. I haven't done that for a long time. So you can actually see what column they have. Over here, country, you get country code, right? City, you got country code, and country you got code. That's the thing. Like when you look at the code, like you immediately figure out, okay, why it must be. So the code in the country is the primary key, and the city codes in the city is a secondary key. Um, so like that's how like he put it. I thought the city is the same. Well, now it makes sense because its name is a country and city. Why you do that? Name. Okay, I see what you're doing. So here, C1 is like a city, right? City, so it's city. City should be like country code. C2 here is should be a code. And this is the query. Ta-da! Okay, what's the next one? Submit. Change the code to perform a left join instead of inner join. Oh, this is the inner join. Okay. So right now it's like one dot out of like 230 rows. So this is the inner join results. I believe that's. Oh no. Oh no. Here, come back. Here we go. Phew. Let's see. So left join, right? Oh, you got more rows. 300 and 236. Inner join is like 230 and outer joins are like left join 236. So which means in the country there's some like missing rows over here. You probably will saw some more. But you didn't saw everything over here since it's only show 100 rows over here. But I believe if they show all of them, like at the end over here, the in the country, like when you left join like local name or uh, something like city populations, you probably got some like null value. The populations over here, where does that come from? Okay, so like yeah, you probably got some like nulls over here since some of the country don't have that city name, country name. Yeah, some of the city, some of the country don't have that city. So like you got the null because the city you left to join the country. City have more value than country. Yeah, that's it. Okay, next one. What do we got here? Next one. Next, you will try out another example comparing the inner join to its corresponding left join. Before it begins, you take note that many records in the both country and language tables. How many records on both? So like 200, 206, this one got 955. Language got 955. Okay, pay attention. You will begin with the inner join of country table on the left with the language table on the right. All right. So what are we going to do here? Perform an inner join. Aliens the name of the country field as country select C name as country, local, L name as language, percentage from any name countries, fields as country. Okay. Select something. Let's see what again. Select those things from the left table and in the join right table, right? So select this thing, select this thing, C name as country, obvious country name, local, L name as the language. So like C name is basically C is the alien of the country. But you give another name and here from. So basically over here, like you get the C name. Okay, where does this C come from? Like I figured out later. And the country, just give it this country name to this guy C name, right? And you get the local names. Obviously, look like it's over here, right? L name as language. The L name is like language is obviously like it's a name is over here, right? And percent is over here, right? So from this is the left table. Okay, so country IES cannot spell as the C. And here, what do you want? Like inner join. Okay, I figured out. So C is aliens of country table. Inner join with languages and L. L is the language. So the tricky part of the SQL, I mean, to personally speaking, is like the first sentence you write, it's actually already you are already like 3 steps ahead because like first like if you think like you need to know okay what is C because you use the C as an alien of a country it's already there so you need to think 3 step ahead to know that okay like left join left table is country you put the table on the left country and you have that C what is country start for C as a country okay so I mean obviously like you can just use like C dot name I mean, it's easy, right? Or here you should use country name. Maybe it's easier, but the program asks for use country. But what I'm trying to say is over here. So you got countries over here, and here I'm trying to explain to represent this like a country name, right? Locals from a country table. L name L is over here is the right table. L's language table use L to represent. So like you are 2 steps ahead already. As language, now you use the language to represent this like column in the language table. Language name use this language to represent. So like here, like you already at least the 2 step ahead. And now like when you okay you select all these 2 tables over here. Imagine you got the table country and the table like like a language and you already pick up those column out right from here and now you go back to say okay what's the left table is left table is country right and the alien of that is C in the join the right table which is language the alien is L on over here this is the interesting part C dot what are we gonna join like did he mention that? No, he didn't. Okay, so let's gonna just observe. I think it's code. Yeah. So country code is so left the table country we got code, right? So we just type code over here. And the right is L also code, I think. And the order by country and descendant is that the descend DESC DES I wonder like lowercase what that do. I think so. So now we run. Here we go, right? And you submit. Okay, so this is basically the first step. Next step, perform a left join instead of like inner join. Oh, before that, he asked us like to check how many rows we have over here. So 200 row left inner join like 955, you get like 914 rows. Okay, perform a left join instead of inner join. Observe the result and note the change of the numbers of the records. Note that the multiple like numbers used. What do you mean? Oh, you comments. He talking about comments. I was wondering what is that. So over here, like you basically note that change of number of records in the results. Carefully review which record appear in the left join results, but not the inner join results. Which how do you guys know how to do that? Review. I think you need to use the differ, but I don't know the I don't know the like syntax. But okay, let's left it right. You run that. See, like the max row is like 955. 914 become like 921. But how you view that? Carefully with which record appear to the left results didn't. Man, like I don't know like how you can see that. Uh okay, so those one actually is from the left table. Like previously, if you just change to the inner, right? So wait a second. Inner you got not to? How's possible? Where's the percentage come from? Oh, okay, some percentage no. Well, I don't know like how you gonna do. Okay, this guy changed. Let's take a quick look. At least I know the first guy changed, right? Like this Chiabre, this guy. So previously don't have, and now left the join changed, right? But I mean, like to actually compare which row those two results, the difference, you probably need to use some like circle language or like a compare language in Python to see compare the database and to see how many rows are different. And that's another topic. Maybe like later on he will talk about that. But let's go to another one. Next one. Okay. Okay, left joins 3. You now revisit use the average function introducing the okay. You will use it to combine with now I know like why it take 2 hours per steps. It take long. You will use it to combine with left join to determine the average gross domestic product GDP per capita by region. 2010. Okay, let's see that. So So select the name. Let's see, we got the what are we gonna do? Left during country table to left to the economy. So we also just keep bearing that in mind. Like when we most of the data science like interview or something, if they give you SQL example, usually like obvious there's no hand, but usually like you don't have this instruction obviously, and they just gonna tell you like okay you can do a use a to do a b thing like achieve c, and just describe this sentence to you, and you're gonna have to translate that to just like SQL language, and it can be tricky for the beginner. I mean, obviously for me, like I get tricked a lot. So when we do the such exam or like I mean like a pre-act exercise like this, we're gonna say okay, let's just use this as an example, right? So we're gonna use average function here. We will use the combine of the left join determine the average. So Keywords is average gross GDP per capita by region 2010, right? Okay, and you will say like, what the heck, like how to do that? So you get the country, you get the economic. Obviously, you can join those two tables, and he already told you you're gonna use the left join here. So okay, let's say if he said begin join, left join with the country table on the left and the economic table on the right. Okay, obviously, and focus only on record 2010. Oh, here's the hint he teach us how to do that, right? So we want to know the average gross GDP. Where's the GDP? This table don't have GDP. This table have GDP, right? GDP, where's GDP? GDP here, right? And they have country, right? And they have year, right? So obviously, like we want to know for those countries, the GDP year. So obviously, like you want to all the country because you don't want to do the inner join. If you inner join, some country don't have a country code in this economic table won't join. So you want to make sure you get all the country from the left table, which is the countries. Okay, so over here, why we need a range region? Okay, anyway, I don't know why we need regions over here because he said, oh, by regions over here. Okay, by region and the GDP per capita, right? And from again over here, you're gonna put your table name. Always put table from put table name as what's that as C, right? Oh, I just realized those are the hands to teach you how to put for me. Left join the economy as E on C, obviously by code, right? Country code. E by what is this? Code. Where since years is only like I want to know what happens if you get two key column you need to join. But anyway, year 6 year equal to 10. Maybe I don't need to close since it's an integer. See? Okay, second one. Go back. Oh, okay, that's cool. Modify your code to calculate average GDP per capita as average GDP each region 2010. Select the region average field. Oh man, this one's okay. Let's see. Region and the average GDP. But we don't have average GDP. Okay, so we need to select average GDP, right? Which means we need to calculate average GDP. So here he gives us a function over here, FAG. I'm pretty sure this is not right, but let's just go with that. Modify the code to calculate the average GDP per capita for each region 2000. Okay, I don't know what I'm just gonna put in here, but let's see. Obviously, we're gonna left join, right? No doubt on that. See, left join. Read equal no E as E, where C code equals to E code where year two thousand ten group by region, right? Regions only in the country. So which becomes over here. What I'm just gonna put over here? Oh, now it's clear, right? Sometimes your mind is not like three-step jumping to fill out the first sentence. But now, after you fill out everything, it's start to become clear what I'm gonna put over here. You want the GDP, right? So you just put like GDP underscore per capita as average GDP. That's right. Let's see. See, so you basically average GDP. Here you don't necessarily to specify EBITDA or economy something like right that right because the GDP underscore per capita is only exists in the economy tables. So basically over here, like yeah, you got it. Those are the average. Each country, each regions, and you got the GDP average. Third one, arrange the data on average GDP per capita for each region in 2010 from the highest to lowest. Now, like you can do that as a champ, right? And you are just like GDP. Now, let's say let's think about that. After I fill out this one, and we translate this one to the sentence and see how close it's to what it's actually asks us to do, right? So this is the kind of the skill like uh, when you have a database, you want to query something, you're gonna transfer your language to a query, but you also need to have the capability to translate back from the query to the language. So per cap per capital and as right average GDP from country as blah 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 C left join the economy right join E as C the code E the code year equal 2010 in the region, right? Descendants by like average GDP ESC. So let's try to translate that. Select the region by average GDP from country table, left join economy table for both country code are same when the 2010 group by region and the order by the average GDP, right? This is horseshit. I mean, like, how you gonna translate to language? But doesn't matter. For the first time, see what the language transfer, and then like corresponding to the query. Next time, you know like which part of the query you're gonna look at first. So arrange this data in this is the keywords, right? Average GDP per capita. Average GDP per capita. But here is like average GDP as average GDP, right? But if you look at here, arrange the data on average GDP per capita, right? You can think of it that way, right? For each region, right? In 2010, right? From the highest to lowest, basically talking about this one, right? So arrange the average data GDP to per capita for each region in 2010 from the highest to lowest. Basically, are those three sentences. So my assumption is that you always explain from the end to the beginning in such order if you do arrange, group, and order. And the average GDP per capita. But I didn't necessary to talk about that. here, let's see how we're gonna explain here. Left join the man, like left join determine average gross economic GDP. Oh, this is the sentence. Average gross economic GDP per capita by region in 2010. This is a little bit tricky, right? A little bit tricky. But let's just use this thought to like keep going and see if we can back and forwards a little bit. Let's just submit this one first and then just keep going. Okay, right join, though, right? Right join on that as common as left join. The reason why is that you can always write a right join as a left join, obviously. The right join is the same as what queries as you write the right join. Right join is a solve problem. The order of the join matters in your convention. You use right join, so like left table, right table matter. So select name. Okay, left join. So you just change the right join. Let's see. So country name as country, right? Urban pop country name as country. Oh, city name as city. Do you guys, by the way, do you guys know how to see the table's name? Sometimes I feel like it's struggle to if you don't know the table, if you know table name, but you don't know the column name. Here's pretty easy to see. But anyway, so city name as city, urban, country name as country, right? Okay. Language as the language. Oh, you got three tables this time. So let's see. City, country, and language. From keep the left join comment as you write your own just below to use the right join to solve the problem. So here's what we do for left join. This is what we got here. Refresh the page. Clean the results. Okay. Now, from city, left join country. City, left join country. City, country code. Okay. And the left join language. So the order is like the city, country, language. CICOLA. So right join, my impressions, language join country join city? Is that so? Or, this is a good question, right? Oh, really? So it's language, see, like language, right? From language, right join, let's see, country, what do we have here? Code, country code. Language as L. No, he don't have that. Yeah, spell the whole thing. Languages as a country code and country as code. Right join. Right join. Oh, this is interesting. See, like Right join, and right after that, right join again, right? Right join cities. Um, uh, so she said like order matter. Join matter. Okay, so it's country code. Country is code. City is country code. The language is code too. City is country code, right? By city and language. Order by city and language. Where does city come from? Language name, city name, and language name. Language. Did I spell that wrong? Like one language. Syntax error in your language. What do you mean? Did you guys say where I spelled that wrong? What do you mean by that? Excuse me. I didn't see what's the problem. Live one. This is live one. Here? Let's look at the hand. I'm not quite sure. No, this is not helping. Let's look at the answer. Uh, you probably be able to see like it's exactly the same. Did you see the difference? Those two are the same. Like why this one's okay? Now it's working miraculously. Anyway, Fujoy. Let's look at what is Fujoy.
The last of the three types of outer joins is the full join. In this video, you'll see the differences between a full join and the other joins you've learned about. In particular, the instruction will focus on comparing them to inner joins and left joins, and then to left joins and right joins. Let's first review how the diagram changes between an inner join and a left join for our basic example using the left and right tables. Then we'll delve into the full join diagram in its SQL code. Recall that an inner join keeps only the records that have matching key field values in both tables. A left join keeps all of the records in the left table while bringing in missing values for those key field values that don't appear in the right table. Let's next review the differences between a left join and a right join. Now you can see the differences between a left join and a right join. The ID values of 2 and 3 in the left table do not match with the ID values in the right table, so missing values are brought in for them in the left join. Likewise, for the right join, missing values are brought in for ID values of 5 and 6. A full join combines a left join and a right join, as you can see by looking at this diagram. So it will bring in all records from both the left and the right table and keep track of the missing values accordingly. Note the missing values here, and that all 6 of the values of ID are included in the table. You can also see from the SQL code to produce this full join result that the general format aligns closely with the SQL syntax you've seen for both an inner join and a left join. You'll next explore an example from the leaders database. Let's revisit the example of looking at countries with prime ministers and/or presidents. We'll walk through the code line by line to do this using a full join. The select statement starts us off by including the country field from both of our tables of interest and also the prime minister and president fields. Next, the left table is specified as prime ministers. Note that the order matters here, and if you switch the 2 tables, you get slightly different output. The right table is specified as presidents with the alias of P2. Prime Ministers was aliased as P1 in the previous line. Lastly, the join is done based on the key field of country in both tables. Time for some practice.
Time for some practice, guys. Full join, right? Inner join, country, currency. Select the join. So you'll focus on the North American regions, also where the names of countries missing. Begin with the full join of country on the left and currency on the right. The field of interest and best is select. Choose record which region corresponds to North Americans know. What is that? Name is name encoded. Names, country, currency. From what are we gonna do here? North American region, also where is the name of the country is missing. Let's see. So we got country, full join, currency, right? I still think that what he asked us to do. We can full join country left on the left and the currency on the right. The field of interest have select user exercise. Okay, using what are we going using here? Code. Code, I think. Code are the only column names are the same. Yes, so yes. We're region equals to America or region. Right? What about region? North America or no? And okay, looks good. Next one, repeat the same query as the left join instead of full join. So full join 17 rows, left Join how many rows? 4 rows. Inner join 2 rows. Maybe 3 rows. Fewer rows. So full join, now you invest the same X as the last one, but this time focus on 2. Sorry about that. Excuse me. Okay, you will work with the language and the country table, right? Begin with the full join with the language on the left and the country on the right, okay. From language on the left, I probably have been selected for free. Choose a record on the country name, start with a capital letter V, or is not. Country the left, language on the left and country on the right. Begin with the full join. Wait, is that fools? I don't remember the syntax. Is that full? Full join with yes, using code where languages name. Oh, like we haven't used like for a long time. Like V or country name. Country name like V or country. Country name is law. Order by region. Country name. There's nothing there. Is that right? Select language. Country on the right. We don't have order by country name. Lowercase v. That's it. Check the where clause and select statement. Check country name like V. Oh, this is a V, capital letter V. Oh, V something. Start with a V. That's what it means. Vienna. Okay, here we go. Repeat same carry above to left join instead of full join. This is manual. The left join, you just got less, right? 51. You still got 51. In the joint that will change your competitive fortune in that. Yeah. Oh, the nodes are gone. Okay, that's cool. Next, to consider forgery and three table was the previous two exercises. Complete forgery in country left, the language on the right. Wait, what are we gonna select? Oh, now we don't have. What are we gonna select? This is interesting. Forgery results prints on the right. Select the field corresponding country as a country. Country name. See, like the third one you put on the first. That's what I'm saying, like two step ahead. Country name as country. And the region, right? Language name as language. Basic and information unit for currency. Basic basic unit. Basic unit and fraction. Correct per basic on country as C language as L. Code and code. Full join per and C as currency as CU, right? Using code. Where region like From country as, okay. Mm, I have no idea what we're gonna put over here. Let's see the hint. C1, C2. What? Why? For join C1? No, this is C1, blah blah blah. I have no idea. Let's see the answer. C1. Oh, that's over here. C. You just put like C, like this is like two step ahead. Like I ignored that one. So before we fill over here, you give aliens over here. You put over here, right? And obviously language name as you can just L. And the currency you can just like, well, currency doesn't matter, right? Like C2. I mean, like you don't even need to put a C2. You just see you like, right, right. Frac you. Frac uni. Oh, okay. Wait. Fraction union of currency, right? What is that from language? Basic. Oh, okay. My bad. Frac you. Right? Language of frac union. Same. Right? Like you get country, you got country, region, language, basic unit, fraction unit. What's the money is, what's the basic unit are. Here we go. Review auto join. And is a join compiled result. So basically, I think it's auto join. Let's say a left join is a join combined with full, and inner join is a join combined with right join is combined with full with left. No, inner join is combined with none of the above true. I think. Oh, cross join.
Now that you've worked with inner joins and outer joins, it's time to check out the cross join. Cross joins create all possible combinations of two tables. Let's explore the diagram for a cross join next. In this diagram, we have two tables named Table 1 and Table 2. Each table only has one field, both with the name of ID. The result of the cross join is all 9 combinations of the ID values of 1, 2, and 3 in Table 1, with the ID values of A, B, and C for Table 2. Next, you'll explore an example from the leaders database and look over the SQL syntax for a cross join. Suppose that all prime ministers in North America and Oceania in the prime ministers table are scheduled for individual meetings with all presidents in the presidents table. You can look at all of these combinations by using a cross join. The syntax here remains similar to what you've seen earlier in the course. We use a where clause to focus on only prime ministers in North America and Oceania in the prime ministers table. The results of the query give us the pairings for the 2 prime ministers in North America and Oceania from the prime ministers table with the 7 presidents in the presidents table. You'll now hop into an exercise focusing on a couple of cities in a tribute to the author, Charles table.
So select these two primary minister and president from the primary minister table at P1 president and P2 P1 continent in North America.
With the 7 presidents in the presidents table. You'll now hop into an exercise focusing on a couple of cities in a tribute to the author, Charles Dickens. This chapter closes with a challenge to test your comprehension of the content covered here. Good luck.
Okay, this example look at the explore language potential and the most frequent speaking that had in India but Pakistan. You will begin to cross. What is first? Let's see, like what is cross? Oh, we already look at what is cross join, right? Like multiplication. Table 1 multiplied by table 2 and the different combinations, all the combination. 3 multiplied by 4 equals 12 combination, 12 rows. So you will begin a cross join with city, C left and the language L on right. Then you will modify the code using a create join the next steps. Create a cross join above. Select only city name, then city language. Do not use on or using. Use in. Right? Make users like as a hybrid to choose a hybrid of both country. Select. What do we got? What do we want here? But let's leave this one at the end. Cities at C. What's the syntax of cross join?
Give us the pair.
Cross, okay. Cross. So here, city, SC, cross, join. What do we got here? Language. Yes, language as L. What do we have? Name, code. We got name, we got country code. How do we know it's by code? Here's very confused. You got the city name, and this could be city name, right? But I know this is by code and code. Where is the country? Country. Oops. Wait, what? Where am I typing here? Code. Cities. With countries. Oh, this languages countries here. Language. We can just put L name. This one don't have name, do they? Oh, this one have name, so we got L names over here. Okay, obvious answer is not right, but let's see. CDSC, C names as C city and country. And AG. Um, copy this guy. Syntax.
Now the table.
Where something in something. Where record do not use something. Oh man, like what is that? I didn't get it. Let's see here. Where? I didn't use on. What do we put on here? Let's see the answer. I didn't get it. Select C L C question L where select. That's it. There's no on. So you just delete on. That's it. You got nothing. Both countries. Make sure that like hybrid choose the hybrid land. That's a city. Oh, city. Here we go. Land. Next one. Inner join instead of cross join. Think about what difference between the results of this inner join and also cross join. So it's all H, right? Um, cool. Here. Have rows, right? Oh man, cross have so many. So cross have like 1,910, but integer only have 25. What I mean by the integer just like it combines the bytecode, the language where the language code and where the country match the language matches city, right? That's integer do. But for the cross join, every city multiplied by like every language, all the combination. That's why it's have so many rows over here. So let's go back. Can I go back? Oh, anyway, we already finished this one. Auto challenge. Now you are full equivalent to use auto join. Try to challenge problem, test your knowledge. Challenge the expectancy of 2010. Determine the name of the lowest five country and the region. Okay, let's see. Select um, country. Life expenditure of 2010. Determine name of the lowest countries. Determine the name of the lowest five country and the region. Life expectancy. Country code and code. Select country uh, name and country region life x. Make sure to use um, Control C. Okay. I'll use auto. Wait, what is outage? Oh, okay, that's what I thought. Exclude the inner join part. So we want outer join, and which means that determine the name of the lowest five country in the region. So outer join means we want every year except the 2010. outer join, populations. What we need, right? Where but why you ask us to use inner join? Left join. Let's just comment each reference. Let's comment the row first. Let's use left join first, right? Left join populations, right? Where here equals to 10 by C ascendancy ascendance descendants descendants increasing order increasing descendants abbreviation. Well, by default that's all. Yes. Limit equals to 5. Where C equals to population. Has a P. Capital where? No. Populations. And oh, on something. On see the code. Wait, is that country code or code? Equals to P dot code. Let's see. Not by the ESC, right? ESC we should order by. Let's just see the right order by. Oh, life expectancy. If already like increased, so we just need to like exp here. Limited equals to. There's no equal sign. P dot code country country code. No. Ta-da. Let's see. Okay, so what if um, we check expect to find u equals to around 10. Okay, how about now? Okay, how about now? Okay, but here, let's see. Uh, what if we use outer join? Play around. Right, let's play around and what if we use outer join? Comment here. No, I don't. That will be very interesting. You guys know what the fast key to comment like? Not fast. No. Is this? Why it's not working? Anyway. Right. So how about if I use outer join here? I use outer join populations as P, right? What do we get over here? Outer join populations. First, let's see if SQL, right? If it's right, right. Full outer join. Full outer? That's a syntax? Really? Let's see this guy. Really, it's a full outer. Huh. So it's 5 to 5. So you get the Lesotho, Central African Republic, Lebanon, Switzerland, Zimbabwe. Wait a second. Why is there's one more comment over here? Okay, here. You will realize what the heck, why it's the same. I didn't expect it's the same. Full outer join. What is full outer join? I thought it's. Oh, this is a full outer join? I thought it's outer join. Man, full outer join is a full join. That's messed up. Really? Join SQL terminology, right? Seven type of SQL join block. Let's see. Inner join, left outer join, left outer join without intersection. Oh, this is good. Right outer join, right join, right outer join without intersection. Full outer join, full outer join without intersection. This guy. Ah, so it's always have an outer join. Outer, you just don't speak it out, except the inner join. Oh, that's how it works. Now we understand. Okay, let's get rid of this. Why your cursor don't have shit? I think we're done, right? What do we have here? Okay, so next episode is the union, but today, like left and right outer join, we have done. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Next couple episode, I probably gonna still get back to the Python, but once a while I will come back to the Union. So, but if you have like interested in more about the SQL, or just let me know, and I will make time to making more SQL episode. So, hope you're enjoying today's episode, and I see you next time. Peace.